Hey guys, I got this box from Rock Auto for some parts I ordered for the EM1, and today we're going to be installing them. So what's in here is tie rod components. So I noticed that my tie rods on both sides were just junk. So I ordered. So that's an outer. This feels like the boot. So basically the whole thing, inner, outer, and the boots. That's what I ordered. So let's double check. So, yep, the boots. This feels like an inner. Yep, inner, it's all greased up, so all that good stuff. And it even has a little clip, a little retention clip right there. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the nut. The retention clip's over here. So we're going to get started on this here shortly. What's going on, guys? So one of the things I noticed working on the car is the tie rod ends are just gone. You can see the back one, the boot is all destroyed. There's grease coming out of it, so it's done. I don't know about the outer one, but I'm gonna replace it too. That one looks okay, but I'm just gonna replace everything for peace of mind, because it looks like to be the original from the car. So this guy is a two-step process. There's a locking nut right here, and then we're going to take that off and then loosen it at least, and then after that we're going to break loose down here the nut down here, which you can kind of see. There's a cotter pin, and then we're going to use the ball joint separator. There it is. Use a ball joint separator to pop this out. So once that's popped out, this will just unthread from here, and then we're going to cut that boot off, and then we're going to use a special tool I bought from Harbor, which I'll show you guys in a bit, to take that off as well. Down there, so it looks pretty crusty. The boot's ripped, so it definitely needs to be replaced. This thing is all floppy and gross. So anyway, gonna take it all apart, and then I'll show you guys what we got, how we're gonna put it all back together with new fresh stuff. So this is a tool I'm using to take off the inner tie rod. I just picked this up from Harbor Freight, I don't know, a month ago, whenever I bought all the parts, and it's pretty neat. I've done this job before without it a long time ago, and it sucked. And this tool actually makes it a lot easier. I don't think I would have tried to do this job without this tool. So the way it works is it's got these little collars, and they fit like this. I don't know if I can get this one to fit. And they fit like this on the inner tie rod. Okay, so you pick the appropriate one. There's a whole bunch of them. I just picked the one that fit the best for my inner tie rod. See, and then this shaft is hollow, and it slips over like that, and it interfaces, if I can get it all in there. It may be easier for me to do this and show you guys off, because it fell out. It's hard to do with one hand, but you put it on there. And anyway, I'll show you here. So when it's on there, it slips in like this, and then you lock it in place with this groove, and everything's all oily, so I can't really do it, but that locks in place, and then you turn it with this, and you take it off and put it on that way. And so I did that with both. I did that with the old one. I used this tool to take it off and to put it on, and made it a lot easier. So I'll show you right now. I'll put it on there. I'll crank on it a little bit. See, I have it on there, and it's locked in place. See, this thing slides and locks into place, so it's not going anywhere now. And then you just tighten it up like this, so you just make sure it's straight, and then you use your appropriate ratchet to crank it down. So it's kind of a two-handed job, but you get the idea. So you just crank down on it with this to take on or take off. Then when you're done, you go release it and then take this off, and bam. So really happy. This was well worth it. I think AutoZone rents these too, so if you don't want to buy it, you can rent it, but I opted to buy mine because I figure I'm going to use it again. So this is the old outer tie rod. It was all contaminated. It wasn't terrible, but it needed to be replaced. So I've seen worse. It's actually still kind of firm, which it wasn't too bad, like I said, but I just replaced it with the new one. This one, on the other hand, is really bad. I mean, super floppy. This one I can't even move, so it's really tight. So it's going to really tighten up the steering. This is that metal band I was talking about, that for the bellows that's on the inner side like this. It's a real pain to do, so a zip tie is sufficient for that. So that's it. Pretty much gonna put this one on there, kind of match it to this one, more or less. It doesn't, it's just good enough to drive it to the alignment shop, because you're gonna need a full alignment. I took so much stuff off, so that's what we're gonna do. Another comparison between the old and the new. Start with the bellows. This thing, commonly they tear right here where the bellows boot attaches to the inner tie rod end. So right here, this one came with zip ties because it's a real pain. It's got a metal clamp from factory here, but you don't really need it. Zip tie will be good enough. But this one comes with a metal clip, and I actually have more confidence in the metal clip than the zip tie, so I will be reusing it. And the metal clip, it's like a spiral clip. It's like your key ring type of thing, where you. So it's kind of a pain to get on, but it really latches on there. So I'm going to reuse that. Inner tie rod assembly back in there. There's a little bellows. On the bellows, there's a little vent back here, which I'm not sure you can see. That was a real pain to get on there. This one, you can kind of see it back there. It's hard to make out, but anyway, I got that on there. There's a zip tie that you use for the back because there's a metal band, but it is such a pain. And I kept this metal retaining clip here. So that way, I just like using this, even though it's a real pain. It's almost like the key ring type. So that's back on there. It's very tight, which is good. Very firm. So now I'm going to put the outer tie rod on the. So this is a sign of a good tie rod, inner tie rod, and see how it's just. I could pick it up and it doesn't drop. If that one's worn out because the boot's torn or whatever, just from being used or from being old, it'll just flop down to the ground. So this is going to tighten up the steering, make it feel a lot more responsive. This one feels good too. So